Coach, go ahead when you're ready.
Okay, guys. Well, it's very obvious it wasn't easy. Winning championships never are easy, and this kind of been a unusual year, as we all know, for the fans, for the players. And so I just told them, one day we're doing a scouting report, come off the floor, we find out we're not playing them and playing somebody else. So it's been a mental adjustment all year long. But anytime you can put yourself in position to win a championship, that's very, very special. And these guys just found a way. At halftime, we were up 3. It wasn't going to be about a whole lot of different things we did differently. We adjusted on a couple little things, but it was going to be the will. Who has the strongest will and who can force their will on the other team or other person? That's who's going to win the game. And I would say this about watching any film, from about that 7-minute mark on, I know Charles goes out with 4 fouls. Carson's in. I know Luke's in. Rawls. I think Josh is in. There was about 4 or 5 plays that probably will not show up on a stat sheet is the will to win. Carson had 2 or 3 of them. I know Luke got 2 defensive rebounds he normally had no chance to get. And I remember Rawls chasing down a loose ball at that half court. This time last year, he had no chance to get, but he was the quickest guy to it. He had more will to go get it. It was a huge play. Yesterday, as I said, you got to make some shots somewhere along the way. We go 4 for 19 yesterday from 3-point line. They double in Charles, they double in Carson. You just got to make some shots. They go 7 for 14 yesterday, which is way above their percentage. But today it even backed out. First off, we made some. We got a couple from Luke that we didn't have yesterday. We got 1 from Kevin. And for the game, we go 8 for 21. 8 threes versus 4 in that kind of grind game is huge. And with them, they go 6 for 21. But here's the big stat. They go 2 for 11 in the second half. So when it's an ugly game, you got to win it in 2 areas: free throw line and rebounding. And that's where we won it. We out-rebounded them 38-27. And the big stat was free throws. We make 22. They attempt 12. And that's a winning formula right there. So I'm awful proud of these young men, what they've had to go through, and have the opportunity to experience this. And these will be moments, memories that, they'll remember the rest of their life.
Hey, Coach. Jared with the Daily News here. First of all, congratulations to you guys. I know you talked a lot about that will to win from about that 7-minute mark on, but at the 17-minute, 30-second mark in the second half, there was a over 7.5-minute stretch where you guys didn't score in nearly 10 minutes without a field goal. But when you guys did finally get that field goal, it's still a 2-point game. When the offense isn't going great, how much does your experience kind of play a factor in keeping close in a game like this?
Well, I don't know if as much experience helps, but that's where that will kicks in, that will defensively. I thought we defended and rebounded as well as you could. Carson goes 1 for 5, 1 for 3. Charles goes 1 for 5. They both get to the foul line some. Charles goes 5 for 6 free throw line. There wasn't much productivity there offensively. I knew from yesterday, you throw it to Charles too deep every time, consistently, those bodies are laying on him. They bring that double at him quickly. So we tried to get him moving around out of that post a little bit today. Come screen. Don't let him lean on him as much. Create some other angles for some other people. And we got some of those. Did we get as many as I liked? No. But we got some. But again, it was just one of those games at both ends. We were both totally fatigued. We left everything we could last night on that court to come back out today and be able to do it again. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. But again, it's senior night. You're playing for a championship. You got to find a way to have the strongest will. And I think our guys did. Old Dominion was good. Curry had a career in here both these nights. Remember, coming in there, he's made 10 threes in 14 games in conference play. These 2 games, he's 7 for 10, I think, or 8 for. He's 7 for 11. He's 7 for 11 in these 2 games from the 3-point line. But again, down that stretch in that second half, he makes one. And that was huge for us too.
Coach Jared with the Daily News again. Thinking back, right around a year ago at this point, we were in the hotel in Frisco talking about, the season unexpectedly coming to an end. Back before the season started, during the preseason media availabilities, the players all talked about how hungry that made them heading into this year. Looking back to that point in the hotel last year up until this point now, what's this whole process been like, and how did you see that hunger kind of play out in this right now?
Well, Jared, the hunger didn't play out the way we wanted to play out, except we did win the championship. Probably back then in the hotel, we didn't expect we'd still be wearing masks during press conferences and no fans allowed in your arenas. That's something we didn't anticipate at all. Because you know what Diddle Arena would have been this year with this team. The fans lost out too. But imagine how our players missed out and how much they lost for not having this place packed. The energy it would have brought, the Tavions, the Joshes, who are emotional guys, all of our guys. That's something that everybody lost a piece of. It wasn't easy. What this year did, it leveled the playing field a little bit, if you know what I mean by that. The best teams no longer were the best teams. The back-to-back games leveled the playing field. Not having home court advantage leveled the playing field. So we had to overcome all that too. And we being the hunted. And we went through that stretch where we played 2 games in 30 days. Remember now, this is five games in 9 days now. I thought last night we showed effects of playing Sunday and Monday of this week. Normally we play Friday and Saturday, but we went Sunday and Monday. Didn't have but 1 day of rest. I didn't think I just thought Charles really got tired. Those big guys leaned on him. But again, give our players all the credit. They found ways to hang together. They found ways to, make the plays in most games that we had to make. And even with Tavion at the end. Tavion, I think the trip before in that drive play, you've seen it many times, Jared, got it blocked, I think. Game was tied again. We've seen it too many times. We put him back in that situation. He went and finished. And again, a guy like him, you just got to roll with what you believe he's capable of doing and not let things he does sometimes keep you from doing them over and over, because I've seen it too many times. And that's what he did. He got in that lanes, just didn't score. He got fouled. And going up 3 was huge for us.
Hey, Coach, this is Nick from the College Heights Herald. You guys were able to get Luke Frampton back in the lineup, and he goes 2 for 3 from deep tonight. Just talk about how huge was he to have this evening?
Well, hey, Nick, last night, it was his first time being on the court in 3 weeks playing. And you saw he just wasn't very, very effective last night. 3 turnovers and 0 for 3 from the field. But that's not Luke. We know that. We never hesitate going to him, throwing it to him. I have total confidence in him, pulling it from anywhere. And tonight, I think he probably knocked down his first two. And then I know he got fouled on another one out there. So all of his points, 9 points, came off of 3-point plays tonight. So when it's a 1 possession game, just like last night was, imagine what 1 3-pointer does for you. He gave us basically 3 tonight. And the one Kevin hit. The one Kevin hit was a huge play when it's a grind game. It was good to see Kevin. He's got some fresh legs, and he came in there and he had it too. Because we were tired. They were tired. Both teams were tired. Like I say, it was an ugly game offensively, but that wheel was pretty. And at the end, our wheel found a way to win the game.
Coach, this is Hunter Smith with WBKU. You mentioned that this past season missing out on the crowd sizes at Diddle, but do you feel like tonight, just with everything that was at stake here, that there was just some energy more in the crowd than maybe there has been this past season?
Well, Hunter, no question. It's been a while when you have opportunities, as a coach and as a fan, it's what you want to do, compete for championships. And to be able to do it on your home court, is special. Our last couple of years, we competed for championships, come in second 2 years in a row, and you go down and compete for championships in the conference tournament. Last year, compete for a championship here at North Texas, make a free throw 5 seconds ago. So our fans never got a chance to, really be a part of that. So to do it on your home court with your fans, the limited amount of fans, that's special. We needed every ounce of energy we could get tonight. We had to overcome, turnovers and just fatigue. And again, some nights you just got to find a way to do it. And as a player, when you're competing for a conference championship and it's on senior night, you just got to find another way to dig a little deeper. And I thought our guys did that.
Coach, this is Nick again. I know that you told me focus on the next one. Well, you got your 100th victory, but how does that feel for you personally?
Hey, Nick, someone told me that after game, and that's all good. But I promise you this, there wasn't but one game that mattered, and that was that one tonight. I look at it as one victory tonight. And I will remember that victory because it's conference championship too. Happens to be 100. Hey, that's a good way for you guys to remember it, Nick. Hey, Nick, you did a good job getting some students up in here. That was good.
Hey, Coach.
Y'all good?
I got one more. Jared with the Daily. Obviously you want that trophy. You want to win the regular season conference title, but it also gives you guys a chance to get some rest. You guys don't have to play until Thursday now. Kind of a little bit of a regular schedule with the way it worked out this year. How important is that?
It's real important for this team. Remember, we played 5 games in 9 days. The previous 30 days, we played 2 games. It wasn't easy. So definitely tomorrow's a day off. Monday will be very light for sure. We'll come out and figure out. I think we played a winner of Charlotte and San Antonio Thursday night at 5:30. I guess that's what that is. Haven't looked at the other bracket. I saw North Texas went down again. I don't know whose side they're on now, but it don't matter now. It's a new season. It's a 3-game season now. This started out to be an 18-game season, ended up being a 14-game season. So this is over now. So we'll turn our focus to the next season. It just so happens it's a 3-game season, back to back to back. And we all know what's at stake in this season.
Everybody good? All right, thank you. We'll have players for you in just a minute.